Hello everyone, this is Fernando from SuperSiteManager.com, and I'm here today to provide a detailed demonstration of our SuperSite Manager application. Keep in mind, if you are planning on using our demo version on the website, you will have to register first. Once you receive that registration information, you'll have to enter it here and press enter. This is the main screen. So as you can see here, we have reporting information available for all of the domains, and then the domains themselves will be listed on the left side. So the first thing we're going to do while creating a site is that we are going to define some content. I've already created a CSV file that has 3 columns and 3 rows. This first row has product information, second row has an image that we're referring to, and the third row just has some content. Now if I were creating a real site, I would probably have a link to the product, for example, and also a price. But again, for the purpose of the demo, we'll keep it simple. So I'm going to click on Content, add a content file, and we'll call this Content. Referring back to the CSV file that I showed in Excel, click Open, Add, and what I can do now is to go ahead and click on Preview, and I have the ability to see exactly what was uploaded as a content file. Even though we talked about what exactly each of these columns are, notice there is no header row, and the reason for that is because we have an interchangeable token system that can be used across different CSVs. So let's remember that we have product, we have image, and we also have content. So going back to the application, I click on Tokens, and I'm going to add a token, and we'll call it Token. Now every single token has to have the double percentage sign in front and behind it in order to define that this is a variable that the system has to refer to. So again, I'm referring to product, image, and finally content. Now I'm going to refer back to my HTML template just to make sure that that's actually what we used. And I'll get into a little bit more of an explanation as to what each of these pieces of information mean. And I can see here that we have image, and we have product, and finally we have the content. I'll go back to SSM, click on Add, and now we go back to the template that we had just looked at. So what I'm showing you here is a generic template that I downloaded off of Google in Dreamweaver. So you'll notice that everything is essentially the same as any other template, except when it comes to these variables that we refer to as tokens. Normally what you would have here is just a static value, so the title would be the website's name, for example. But what I'm doing here is that I've referred to this product column in the CSV file, so each time that a new site is created, it's going to go ahead and make use of this piece of information that's listed in column A. The same thing also takes place now going down to the image and the content. So this is the content file and this is the image file, and it always refers to whatever has been placed into that column. You'll also notice at the top here that we have something called site name, and this is a variable that will bring in the URL of the site and will then allow you to refer to directories within the actual server itself. So this is where I'll get my style template CSS file. And you can see reference to that here in the cPanel file manager. So I have the style.css, and this is where the images are located. So I'm going back to the application, and what I'm going to do is that I'm not going to go ahead and create a different template since I've already uploaded this one, but you can see within the preview function that it's essentially the exact same thing as we showed in Dreamweaver. I'll click on Add Domain now, and I'm just going to go ahead and type test. And this is the domain name that we're going to end up using. And notice that what I did is that I used a subdomain, and this will essentially allow us to create separate sites underneath one URL. So what you could do is you can create subsites for different product categories or any other sort of distinction that you want to draw there. I'm going to select the IP address that particular domain is mapped to. Categories default. Template is the test. The token, we're going to take token. And for the content, we'll take content. Now I click on Create. and our site has been generated. So in order to test that the site was successfully deployed, then we click on the site itself, and you can see here that we have exactly the information that we showed on the CSV file. And I can also click on other products, which, let's say the iPad, shows you the image as well as the content and MP3 player. And that is essentially how easy it is to create sites on SuperSite Manager. We also do have the ability to create batch sites, and you can read further information on how that's done within our documentation that is available in our community. If you have any questions, also please feel free to go to our community and find out more information about the product. So enjoy using it. Thank you.